hold for the next available health information specialist. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance.
The Center for Disease Control.
Thank you for calling CDC Info. My name is Paloma. To better assist you, may I have your first name, please?
What is your name, ma'am?
Paloma.
And what do you do for the CDC?
I provide information. How can I help you, sir?
Let me ask you something. I've got several recordings, video recordings of doctors who have took over 1,000 cases of what they call targeted individuals, Havana Syndrome. Are you guys familiar with Havana Syndrome? Are you taking any cases? Are doctors reporting that back to your agency?
I can help you out with this. You said that you have doctor cases targeting individuals, Savannah?
I have recorded documentation of physicians reporting that they've treated over 1,000 patients with Havana Syndrome, targeted individuals. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So let me just restate the inquiry so I can move forward to helping you out. If I understand, you have recordings of doctors cases reporting the Savannah individual Savannah cases.
Right.
Is that correct?
Right. Havana Syndrome. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. AKA anonymous health incidents.
Okay. AKA
Anomalous health incident. Yes, ma'am. What I would like to know is how many doctors have reported it within the last 5 years.
Okay.
Because it began, according to the government, it began in 2016.
Okay. And I'll be happy to assist. In regards to the Havana syndromes, you want to know how many reportings have doctors reported in the past 5 years. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. According to the news media and federal government documents belonging to the Congress, there have been reports of this. But I have official documentation and videos of doctors reporting this. But doctors also report ordinary diseases or ordinary viruses that are an outbreak to the public. And the government has classified this as a disease. So how many cases you have reported to the CDC within 5 years?
Okay. I'll be happy to assist. I just need to place you on a brief hold to search for this information
Thank
for
you.
my CDC resources. Sir, what is, you said that your name is?
George Benavides. I'm a veteran. And I own the National Library for Targeted Individuals.
Okay. And, sir, and if in case that this call is connected, may I have a good callback number?
Yes, you can call the library. I am here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call my library, and I'll give you the information right now. You can call the library here at 830-221-6580.
Okay, 830-221-6580. And you said that your library is called?
The National Library for Targeted Individuals. I own the library. I'm a U.S. veteran.
Oh, thank you for your service, sir. So I'll be happy to assist. I just need to place you on a brief hold as you previously allowed me.
Sure.
So is that okay? Thank you so much. Place you on a brief hold now.
It's our constitutional right. I mean, whether they give me the information or not, I request a FOIA, it's going to happen because we got medical evidence of doctors reporting this. They're supposed to be reporting this back to the CDC, and the CDC is supposed to be controlling all the cases coming through. So when doctors take a hold of patients that are being targeted and tortured with Havana Syndrome, they must report that to the CDC. We want to know how many cases have been reported to the CDC in the last 5 years. That's the evidence we want, and we deserve that answer.
Thank you so much for waiting, Dr. George. I came back to let you know that I am still doing some research along this another whole time. Is that okay with you?
That's okay.
Thank you very much for your patience. Please do another one now.
We deserve an answer. Enough's enough. Okay, it says right here. It says reportable diseases are diseases considered to be of great public health importance. In the United States, local, state, and national agencies, for example, county and state health departments.
Thank you so much for waiting, sir. I am reading now some information I would like to make sure is what you're needing. May I place in one last hold?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Placing one last hold now.
It says, for example, county and state health departments of the United States Centers for Disease Control Prevention require the disease to be reported when they are diagnosed by healthcare providers or laboratories. Reporting allows for the collection of statistics that show how often disease occurs. This helps researchers identify disease trends and track disease outbreaks. This information can help control future outbreaks. It should be reported to the CDC. All U.S. states have reportable disease lists. It is responsibility of your provider, not you, to report the case of these diseases. Many diseases on the list must also be reported to the CDC. Reportable diseases are divided into several groups. Mandatory when writing a report of the disease must be made in writing. Examples are gonorrhea and salmonellosis. Okay, cancer, chickenpox, influenza are examples. So Havana Syndrome should be reported to the CDC. We want to know how many cases have been reported since 2016. We're waiting for that answer still. This is the CDC right here. This is the CDC. We're waiting for some answers. There's got to be several cases reported. I mean, I've got 3 cases already from 3 doctors that have been treated patients, so they can't deny it. And when you're a doctor, you have a duty to report that to the CDC. And if you don't, you'll be held liable. Still waiting here. And I have the right to record this because there's still an ongoing crime that's in America. So I have the right to record criminal evidence, and that's exactly what I'm doing now.
Thank you so much for waiting. I have information, but I'm still looking for a contact that you're going to need. I just need another hold, and I am so sorry for the delay. Is that okay with you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much for all your patience. Please give me one last phone now.
The Center for Disease Control, they should give us numbers on Havana Syndrome. They should have that information. Doctors have treated patients all over the United States. We want to know the numbers.
Thank you so much for all your patience, doctor. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is information that I have. Unfortunately, this question is out of scope for CDC info. We do not have content about the Havana Syndrome. What I can do is I can help you by providing other places you might be able to get the information you're looking for. For example, CDC is wanting me to provide you with the health, I'm sorry, I just need to read it. The HHS, like is the U.S. Department of Health and Human Service contact, and they're also inquiring me to provide you with the embassy staff in Cuba if you want. Otherwise, I can also provide you, if you want to contact the local U.S. embassy or consulate in another country, you can do it at another phone number I can provide. So I can provide you resources so you can find out the information you want. Do you have something to write down? Are you interested in this information?
Okay, let me ask you a question, ma'am. Do you know what Havana Syndrome is? Have you ever heard of Havana Syndrome?
I personally did not, but I did find information about what it is. And when the CDC does not have the information they want us to provide with the referrals, that's the instructions from the CDC. It's out of scope for CDC.
Okay. Let me ask. Wait. Okay,
Yes.
you said you looked it up, right?
Correct. I need to look it up.
Okay, you looked it up, right?
Correct.
Okay, tell me what Havana Syndrome is.
I cannot talk about things that are not on the CDC website.
Ma'am,
Sorry,
it's not making any sense, ma'am. It's not making any sense while you have doctors taking care of patients, but yet the CDC doesn't recognize that. You want us to report flus and viruses back to the CDC. What about Havana Syndrome? What about the silent weapon that's attacking Americans that we call Havana Syndrome? Why isn't that reported back to? No, because I'm gonna send this back to the committee. I mean, you're telling me to go contact a local agency. That's not necessary. It's irrelevant. What's relevant is that the doctors report this back to the CDC. What I want to know is how many cases have been reported. I mean, I know you're trying to protect your agency, but the law is the law, man. If I submit a FOIA to your office, you must report that back to me no matter what. So I don't understand what you guys are trying to cover up here. It's not going to be covered up, ma'am. You have to provide that information.
What I can do is to send this inquiry to the CDC staff department. Personally, they can answer you back.
Yeah, I want the number of cases, ma'am. I want the number of cases that have been reported. The statistical report that's been reported back to the CDC. I mean, other people have that. The Department of Justice gave me information. The VA's given me information. What we want to know is how many cases have been reported back to the CDC. That's all we want to know. I want to know the statistic numbers from 2016 to this current date. How many cases have the CDC been reported back from doctors? How many cases? That's all I want. I don't want the official cases. I know it's a violation of HIPAA law, but I want to know the statistics. How many cases have been reported here in America to the CDC? You guys should have that information, ma'am.
Sir, you're calling CDC Info. CDC Info is a contracted service of CDC and ATSDR.
Well, but that's not the point. The law is the law. Ma'am, do you want me to read the law to you? Here's the law, ma'am. Here's the law. Reportable diseases, wait a minute. Reportable diseases are considered to be of great public health importance. In the United States, local, state, and national agencies, for example, county and state health departments of the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention require that these diseases be reported when they are diagnosed by healthcare providers and laboratories to the CDC. That's the law. So all I'm asking is just for information. I know you want to give it to me, but you'll give that to me in a FOIA request, ma'am. And I'm sorry to say that, but all I want is the statistic numbers. Is it 1,000, 5,000, 2,000, 200,000? How many cases have been reported? That's all I'm asking for.
Sir, I apologize, but CDC has instructions that I need to refer to these other two entities,
Okay.
which are the health department and the embassies.
Okay. But you said the health department and agency and the embassies. That's not irrelevant, ma'am. That's not relevant because the law says that doctors who treat the patient with Havana Syndrome must report those cases back to the CDC. So I'm calling the right department. Okay? Because you guys are supposed to be recording this. And if you're not doing that, then the government agents committee needs to know about that. The committee on CDC needs to know about it. And we need to refer that back to the committee on CDC why you're not recording that.
And I am offering you another option.
No, I don't need. No. Because I call the right department. I just read you the law. I call the right agency. Now, if you don't want to give me information, then I'll just call the committee and ask why that's not given to the American people. Okay?
Sir, what I was saying at the beginning is that you are calling CDC Info. CDC Info is a contracted service of CDC. I can send this inquiry to the CDC so they can answer you back your question. CDC Info just have instructions of provide you with the health department.
Well, I don't want to talk to a contractor. I want to talk to the Center for Disease Control. Do I need to contact the CDC? Do I need to contact the CDC OIG? Maybe I'll get some information that way.
So the way that we contact the CDC Info, the only way that they have to contact is to do escalation, which is an email to the program, and they can contact you. They can provide you the information you want to.
Well, like I said, I just asked for a simple, basic question. How many cases have been reported to the CDC from doctors on Havana Syndrome? That's all I'm asking.
I cannot provide you any information that the CDC is telling me is out of scope.
Okay, so who's going to provide that information to the American people?
I can provide you with an inquiry to the CDC. I can send it to them so they can answer you back.
Okay, and when do I get a response back?
For that, I need to go through a process. I need to gather your contact information.
Okay, please.
Send it to them.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for all your patience with me. I'm just trying to follow my instructions. So let me just go here. For the protocol to escalate, I need to read to you. Thank you for your questions. CDC Info is a contracted service of the CDC and ITSDR. We provide general health information in response to common questions for the public and health workers. To answer more complex and technical questions, CDC has a process for easily to be escalated to CDC staff to respond to your specific question. For that, I need your contact information like email, phone number, and complete name. So I will start with your email address if you don't mind.
My email address is going to be N as in Nancy, L as in Lima, F as in Frank, T as in Tango,
Yes.
I as in India, 2024 at iCloud.com.
Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to repeat it back to you. iCloud.com. Thank you so much. So I understood N as in November, L as in Lima, F as in Foxtrot, T as in Tango, I as in India. The number's 2024 at iCloud.com. Was that correct?
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So is your name Dr. George Benavides and you are a veterinarian?
My name is George Benavides. I'm a disabled veteran. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the best contact number to reach you at is 830-2216-580. Is that the best contact?
The phone, yes, it's going to be 830-221-6580. Yes, ma'am. I own the National
Correct,
Library
okay.
for Targeted Individuals. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have a case number. Do you want to write it down?
Let me have the case number, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So that will start with the letters CDC.
CDC dash.
Correct. The number's 34.
Okay, hold on. It's CDC dash.
And the number is 3409502 dash the letter V as in Victor, number 6, letter C as in Charlie, number 3, letter T as in Tango, and number 6.
Okay.
Now, the CDC will want me to let you know that you may receive a response within a few business days. They do not say how many days, but since you are a clinician, I'm going to send it with high importance. Besides this increase, sir, do you have any other I can help you out today?
No, like I said, I mean, Havana Syndrome, known as an AKA is not Anonymous Health Incidents, or AHI, has been going on since 2016, according to the government. But I have record that's been going on since 1950. But that's okay. Don't worry about that. We're still reporting that back to the proper agencies and the proper media. But I want to thank you for your time to answer my call, ma'am, and thank you for your response, and look forward to your response within. How long will you respond back to me?
For CDC, it will be in a few days, a business day, but they don't say how many days.
How many? Is it 20? Is it 20 days? 30 days?
Regularly for a general public, it may take up to 7 to 10 business days to get an answer. You're a clinician, so I'm going to send it with high importance, and they will take care of this call. They will answer as soon as they can.
Yeah, because like I said, I think I need the American people would be in the interest of that, because we need to know how many cases and then who are the doctors that are treating this, so we can go see the doctor. I mean, it's vital information. It's nothing to worry about.
I understand.
It's nothing to hide. I mean, you know, Michael Hoffer was one of them. Terrence Robertson was one of them. Dr. John Hall was one of them. I mean, the list goes on. I have videos of these people taking care of patients. But anyway, okay. Well, I don't thank you for your time, ma'am.
Sir, before you leave, there is information that I want to also to document for the CDC. You said that per the government, this has been reported since 2016, but the doctors that you have cases from, you said that has been reported since when? Which year?
Oh, I've got reports back to 1950, man.
1950.
I got cases reported from 1950. I got lawsuits and cases been reported since 1950.
Okay. I wanted to add that information.
Okay.
So, sir, thank you so much for being so patient with me. If you don't have any other inquiry, I want to thank you for calling CDC Info to please stay for the survey.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Okay, that was the CDC, Center for Disease Control. We're going to be waiting back for an answer on that because we deserve the number of cases been reported. Thank you.